So all the great guitar players have their signature licks, right? Stevie had his lick. Jimi Hendrix. Clapton. But what if those guys are playing exactly the same lick? They still sound like them, right? So if you look at them playing the same lick, that's a great way of picking up what are the nuances in their playing that make them sound unique. Because it's not just about the notes, it's about the feel, the attack of the notes, their sustain, and how they are treating each note.
There's a small difference there.
So those small differences, you can learn a lot from picking up on those. And that song, Hideaway, that's a song that a lot of the great blues players have played. Clapton played it, Stevie Ray Vaughan played it. In fact, let's listen to Clapton's version. All right, so you can hear Clapton's version there. The way he's playing it is he's doing something that Clapton was a real master of, and he's using the major pentatonic scale. Instead of playing it down here in open position, instead of playing it a la Freddie King or how Stevie Ray would play it, he plays it up here in the major pentatonic scale, which was something that Clapton's a real master of. So all you do there basically is, say you're playing in the key like of A, for example, you know, like Crossroads. So it's the same kind of idea there. So you're playing in the key of A as your regular scale, the pentatonic. You just move that down 3 frets and it gets you into this major pentatonic scale. Now, here's the secret though. If you want to make it sound authentic and give it that kind of blues sound that Clapton's using, if you listen really carefully, he's doing something really interesting. He's not playing a minor third or a major third. He's playing a note that's in between, and I call it the blue third. It's basically, you'd think it's out of tune because it's not either of the notes on the piano, but it's a slightly sharp minor third or a slightly flat major third. It's the note in between the cracks, right? Like, so if you listen to that lick, he's bending up, but he's not bending to the minor third, which is here. It'd be, and he's not bending all the way to the major third, which sounds too pretty. The major third sounds too pretty for blues most of the time, unless you're hammering on. And the minor third has that distinct dissonant sound. But when you go in between those two, it gives you a really amazing, authentic, it's like a perfect mix of major and minor. And that's the sound of the blues right there. That's one of the sounds of the blues. It's a nuanced, kind of delicate thing, but it really makes those notes stand out. It's almost like mimicking the sound of a slide guitar too, because it's those in-between notes. And when you listen to Stevie playing, he's doing exactly the same thing. If you listen to him, he's playing that same note. But when you're listening to Stevie, there's something distinctly different in his playing. And something that you can really learn from him is just how embedded the rhythm is in his playing, right? I mean, Stevie uses a lot of open strings, so he's playing licks like, let me just switch guitars for a second. Okay, Stevie's tuned down to E flat. So he's playing these licks like, these open string licks like. So you can really hear the rhythm play. I mean, just look at his leg when he's playing. The whole time that rhythm is he's not just playing to the rhythm is embedded in the licks that he's playing. So he's effortlessly moving back and forth between the rhythm and the lead there, and you can see that rhythmic way he's playing. He keeps that hand kind of moving like this, he keeps his leg moving like this. But it's not only an awareness of the rhythm, it's actually part of the sound as well. Like you'll hear when he jumps up here, when he plays the single note stuff, you can still hear that rhythmic sound in it. You know, because he's kind of almost like strumming, and when he hits those single notes, rather than just hearing the individual note, you're also hearing that kind of metallic clash of hitting those adjacent strings with that kind of strum. And it really makes the notes stand out. That's part of his sound, is that kind of strumming, picking effect. And it's very rhythmic, but that percussive sound also really makes it jump out. Now, it's interesting, in this video, he actually goes into this amazing lesson where he tells us some observations about what he thinks about Clapton's playing, and his observations are absolutely fantastic.
Clapton does it like this.
Amazing. So you can hear, you know, when he hits that first note, he's using that strum style. And then his vibrato. Clapton has this signature vibrato that is this kind of floating vibrato. It's kind of unlike anyone else. And it gives the notes this kind of slow, liquid kind of richness. It gives it a very vocal-like sound, right? It's not like a fast vibrato like B.B. King's. It's kind of in the middle, but it's this way basically where what you do is you kind of lock your arm like this, and then you bend your fingers over like this. So your first finger is kind of jutted up against the rest of the hand, and then the thumb is floating in the back like this, and then he's going to rock that string. It takes a lot of practice to get this. He rocks the string like this. So it gives this really free-floating vibrato. Another thing that Clapton's doing that Stevie latches onto is how he'll snap the notes shut, especially when he's doing that blue third. He'll kind of bend up that dissonant blue third, and then he snaps the note with this kind of like ends the duration of the note with a very clipped kind of sound. And sometimes he'll do it with a little hammer on as well. He'll end the note like that and just kind of jump onto another note just to seal that phrase shut. So there's a lot you can learn from Stevie and from Eric, and I think they both had an amazing respect for each other's playing and for the music. And this song Hideaway is a great one to get into because it's perfect for being able to move back and forth between rhythm and lead and incorporate the bends and the blue third and that rhythmic attack that Stevie's using. There's so much you can learn from these two guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give us a subscribe and a like, and let me know in the comments. I was thinking about doing a video about taking some of these ideas and then jamming along with them to like backing tracks or with a band. Let me know if you'd like a follow-up video about playing at a jam session, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. So I hope you have fun with this, and remember, turn it up.